So what is it about the latke that keeps one from gaining weight, and what is it about the Hamantash that has the absolute opposite effect? For this, I will need to take you into the lecture hall of an endocrinologist. You see, we study hormones. That's right, Ted. How do you make a hormone? Anyway. Leptin is a hormone that goes to the hypothalamus and results in decreased food intake. In contrast to leptin, there is a hormone called ghrelin. Ghrelin goes to the hypothalamus and causes increased food intake. In a much simpler diagram, you can see illustrated here that ghrelin, which is a hormone that comes from the stomach upon ingestion of food, goes to the brain and stimulates in a very straightforward manner various other pathways. And leptin, which is derived from the adipocyte, from fat, also stimulates the oxyrexic effects. Now, in order to do this, I performed an experiment because I do believe in data and I do believe in the facts, Ted. So we wanted to determine which is superior, the latke or the Hamantash. So the hypothesis is, if you followed along so far, is that latkes are more effective at producing leptin and less effective in producing ghrelin stimulation than is the Hamantash. Funding for this study was from the NIH, the National Consortium for Cure of Heartburn. The experimental protocol was quite straightforward. I had 15 male mice in a group. They were 21 days old, and I pair-fed them either latkes or Hamantash ad lib. Weight, plasma, leptin, and ghrelin levels were measured at 1 and 2 weeks. This is the latke that was fed to one group of mice. And this is the latke, the Hamantash that was fed to the other group. And you can see the mice look very happy eating latkes. But the mice that ate the Hamantash, och and weh, look what happened. Now, I don't expect you to believe just the pictures. You need the data. And indeed, we measured both leptin and ghrelin in Hamantash-fed and latke-fed mice, as you see illustrated in this slide here. On the left panel, you have the results of the leptin, and you can see that the latke-fed animals had high levels of leptin, and the Hamantash had low levels. And if you look at ghrelin, the animals that were fed latkes had low levels of ghrelin and high levels in the Hamantash-fed mice. And if you look at a time course of this, it showed exactly what you would have expected. We tried to perform this experiment in primates, but they wouldn't stop eating the latkes. An experiment that my esteemed colleagues performed at Johns Hopkins University on humans, they monitored the ghrelin levels every 20 minutes in 2 groups of patients, ones that were fed Hamantash and one that were fed latkes. And you can see quite clearly that the individuals who were fed Hamantashen indeed had much higher levels of ghrelin than the individuals that were fed latke. So let me summarize for you. Latkes cause an increase in leptin, which causes decreased food intake. This also causes a decrease in ghrelin, which causes a decrease in food intake. And the Hamantash had the actual opposite effect. Carl, please come up. Now, in order to bring this point home, I'd like for you and I to sing a little song. It's an old Yiddish folk song known as the Latke song. I'll sing first, then we'll sing together. Got it? Get it? Good. So, Latke-Hamantash expialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you eat enough of them, your bowels will be precocious. Latke-Hamantash expialidocious. Now, together. Latke-Hamantash expialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you eat enough of them, your bowels will be precocious. Latke-Hamantash expialidocious. Diddle 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 diddle. My turn. Hamantash and latkes are really quite delicious, but we know that latkes are really more nutritious. Have a latke every day, maybe 2 or more. Nicht gefährlich, Rabbi gesund, just take more Lipitor. When I was just a lad of 2 or maybe even 3, I was given latkes intravenously. And that is why, until this day, I sing this song with glee. Latkes are delicious, mit the glass and tea. Krep lakish gecholent, pichan brisket too, are Jewish foods that just can't hold a candle to. My love for latkes, some may say, is really very sick. That is why I eat them with lots of prilisic. Everybody, by now you all must agree that latkes are the winner. Eat them religiously in summer or in winter. I know that we all will say, oh yes, we can. A kosher endocrinologist can also be a ham. Everybody, Latke-Hamantash expialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you eat a lot enough, your bowels will be precocious. Latke-Hamantash expialidocious.